My name is Kevin Walters. I've been with the program for 15 years. I've been a skier for about 30 years. I got into the program through a friend of mine, skiing together, and he thought that I would be interested in joining the program. A background in coaching, so this was of interest to me. I also have a nephew who is autistic. I wanted to learn a little bit more about people with special needs, people that are physically challenged as well as developmentally challenged. Most of our students are developmentally challenged. I have been working with one student who's got cerebral palsy. I've been working with him for about 10 years. I see him every Sunday, and he started out as a non-skier, and I was able to, after many years of working with him, he's become somewhat independent skier. Does fairly well, and it's been very rewarding. You know, it's fun to ski with your friends, but if you're doing something that helps other people and gives you more of an insight into what they're going through, it makes you a more empathetic person. And a lot of people shy away from people with special needs. This, you develop an empathy for them, an understanding of what they're going through, and that's really one of the highlights, I think, of get a better understanding of what they can't do and why they can't do it. Yeah, you know, we spend a lot of time on the lift, on the lifts here, right? So it'll take you maybe 10 or 15 minutes to get from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill. So what do you do with one of your clients? Teach them songs if it's appropriate, if they enjoy music, and okay, so long.
My name's Dan Crowley. I've been at G-Pass for it's my second season, and my role is primarily assisting Bodie and Molly in the back room, working on mono and bi-ski, and then I also assist our lead coaches when they coach slider lessons. I started G-Pass, it was actually my girlfriend's idea. I was hanging around in December and I was kind of in a funky mood, and she said, "You've always wanted to do adaptive ski volunteering, and there's a program at Greek Peak, why don't you go find out more?" And so I came for the first training session, and I've been hooked ever since. It's been really fun learning how to use the bi and mono skis. I personally enjoy getting in them and learning how to ski them. Helping people who would normally not have the opportunity to ever ski use this really exciting equipment. That's really fun. That's thrilling for me, watching them both have fun, learn something that they never thought they could do, and see parts of the mountain that were previously inaccessible to them. What I didn't realize about the mono and bi skis before I started teaching it is how much fun they are. Sometimes you think of adaptive skiing as being not quite as fun as regular skiing, and that's just not the case. Being in mono and bi skis are just as fun, if not more fun, than regular skiing to me. The sheer enjoyment that you can get out of this adaptive equipment is how well it's engineered. As it is involved, you both have to teach the lesson, but also you are responsible in the beginning for your participant safety. So you're operating the tether, which is both slowing them down, but also slowing them down to keep them safe, but then you're also trying to transition them to becoming an independent skier. And that is challenging, but part of that is what's enjoyable about bi-ski tethering, part of their participant safety backup system, and that challenge is fun. We have a participant, I won't name their name, it's really fun working with them throughout the season, as I both watch their skiing get stronger, but also every time they walk in the door, their ability to walk on their own has improved. And their parents think that has partly to do with this program, seeing this participant grow as a skier, but also grow outside of the program in terms of their physical independence. If you're interested in joining this program, I came from out west. I grew up in Northern California, and I learned to ski in Montana for over the last 6 years. The highs of skiing out west are sometimes a little better. But every day I show up at Greek Peak, I know it's gonna be a good day. I've never had a bad day here. Skiing some big powder line out west is great, but the reward that you get from helping others learn to ski, I think surpasses that at this point. It's satisfying to help others learn to ski at this program than it ever was skiing out west. I should know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My name's Bodie. Been working with G-Pass for around 8 or so years now. Got involved when I was a student at SUNY Cortland and introduced to the program at that point and fell in love with it, and I've been coming back ever since. So I work mostly with all of the equipment, primarily with the sit skis and the adaptive snowboard equipment, but I also help with the sliders and a little bit of the 3-track and 4-track. I can help in the other areas, but the equipment is where I tend to get kind of put. I'd say it's challenging in different ways. It takes a little bit different type of skiing ability when you're tethering or working with different equipment, but it's really, really rewarding as well. Because a lot of the people using that equipment would never be able to ski or be on the hill without it their first time and be with them on the snow. And for many of them, it's something they never thought they'd be able to do.
What keeps you wanting to work plans?
G-Pass is a really good community and a big family. I've taught lessons forever. I teach outdoor education. I've been a ski instructor for 20-something years. And getting to work with adaptive participants has really just been the coolest experience. To hang out with each other, enjoy meals together, and just be around and enjoy time. So just that community aspect. Work with adaptive participants is the coolest experience. They're always excited to be out on the hill, excited to go snowboard, to go ski. Whereas working regular lessons, a lot of times kids are getting dropped off by their parents and aren't very excited to be out there. People curious about it. Usually adults are afraid to ask and they kind of look at you out of the side of their eye and don't really ever say anything, but the kids are always a lot of fun. Outright, just, what is that? That's cool. How do you use that? Explain to them and get them to realize that there are other ways to ski, other ways that people can enjoy being out on the hill just like them. Is a pretty cool experience. Well, excited to see them out, a lot of people cheering, get a lot more reactions out of it. Actually, a good one from this year is working with one of our ski participants that was a ski instructor and taught skiing for 20, 30 years of his life and has just gotten to the point now where his body, he's not able to stand up ski anymore and never thought he would be able to ski again. He saw us out on the hill using sit ski equipment, stopped in and just asked about it and learned about it. And his first day out on the hill, it was like he was 30 years younger. He never thought he'd be able to get back on the snow. And in 1 year of working with him, he's almost skiing independent, and he's been able to go out with his family, who he hasn't gotten to ski with also for like 20 years. Most of them he taught his family, but hasn't gotten to ski with them since they've learned. Really cool to kind of be a part of that experience.
Sure.
Are kind of afraid to get involved, just not really knowing much about it or not knowing how. Well, I would say 2 ways. One, G-Pass does a lot of fundraisers and a lot of the equipment comes from those fundraising. So if you're not able to be a coach, that's definitely a big way to help out. Kind of being a part of the community, being around. We do have some families that maybe used to be a part of the program and they come in and bring potluck stuff and just join the community and kind of help out where they can with paperwork or help out with IT or help out with different areas if you're interested. Goodbye.